A man who's been shot at more times in the military than Obama has read the teleprompter. A hero, the first pilot to fly a hovercraft into combat, my best friend, my brother-in-law, G. Michael Lee. Dick Morris.
Yay! Oh, wow.
Hey! Where's my teleprompter? I want to begin by introducing to you the next senator from the state of Missouri, Roy Blunt.
All right. Woohoo! Woohoo!
You've heard of the Peter Principle, right? Rising to the level of your own incompetence. That is the story of Robin Carnahan's political career. And she rose to the level of her own incompetence when she was named Secretary of State, and they don't do anything.
I mean, like at the royalty or something?
To be United States Senator
idiot
is a
Russ
promotion way above
That's what
her
Ed
level of
Martin's
competence.
running against.
In fact, she is to Senator as Obama is to President. When they propose another stimulus package in Washington to try to bleed us to help the economy, Roy Blunt is going to vote no.
All right.
And Robin Carnahan will do what they tell her.
That's right.
And when the bill comes up to repeal Obamacare and block the $500 billion of Medicare cuts, Roy Blunt is going to vote to repeal it. And when California and New York and Michigan line up outside the Capitol like greases outside of the IMF, begging for a bailout, begging for a debt guarantee, Roy Blunt is going to say no. Now, by the rules of the Tea Party, Roy here can't say anything, but I think you know what he'd say if he were here and able to talk. We're going to take the House and we're going to take the Senate. We're not going to win the 39 seats we need to win the House. We're not going to win 40. We're not going to win 50. We're not going to win 60. We're going to win 60 to 80 seats in the House of Representatives. Barbara Boxer, goodbye. Patty Murray, goodbye. Michael Bennett, goodbye.
Harry Reid.
And poor old Russ Feingold, who's been looking for a safe district but can't find one this side of Havana and Caracas, goodbye. And most of all, best of all, Harry Reid. Let me just take a minute to explain why we have no economic recovery. It's because Barack Obama says, have a nice recovery. Go ahead. Now next year I'm going to raise your taxes like crazy, and your health insurance premiums, and would cap and tax your utility bill, but spend all your money now. Don't worry about tomorrow.
Huh.
And then he says, have a nice recovery, but if you're 75 or 80 or 85 years old and you're a little worried about departing this planet, don't invest your money back in your company, because I'm going to come back with the inheritance tax and take half of it.
Ah.
And if you're thinking of starting jobs in the healthcare industry, don't you dare do it, because I'm going to make everything illegal and take it all over. And if you're a bank, don't make any loans to create jobs, because if they go bad, I'm going to take you over, fire you, fire your board, sell off the stock, and sell off divisions of your company, and wipe out your equity shareholders. Okay? So don't make any loans to create jobs. And if you're in the manufacturing sector, for God's sakes, don't create any more jobs, because I'm coming in with tramp, cap, and tax, and I'm going to ship them overseas.
Ooh.
If you're in the energy sector, I'm going to impose a tax on carbon and a tax on oil, so don't you create any new jobs. But other than that, have a nice recovery, folks. The fact of the matter is that Barack Obama uses the recession as an excuse for socialism. Barack Obama uses the uninsured as an excuse to take over the medical industry. Barack Obama uses the prospect of climate change to take over the manufacturing and the energy sector.
Woo!
You know, the Democrats are running ads in a couple of the districts accusing folks like Roy Blunt of wanting to ship jobs overseas. That's after they passed the GM bailout, where 2/3 of the jobs are overseas. And the Cash for Clunkers program, when half the cars were foreign made.
Yep.
And the TARP program, where the bank lending went overseas. That takes some nerve. But my message for this Tea Party movement is that you are saving the United States of America. You are saving us by purifying the Republican Party.
Yeah. We're the Trump lot.
Let's remember that when they lost power in 06,
Yeah.
out of 200 Republican congressmen, 10 were under indictment, resigned, or were convicted. Washington is an unsafe city, but the House of Representatives was the highest crime neighborhood. But you're purifying that. You're throwing them out and replacing them with grassroots activists with true conservative principles, and bless you for that.
Except for Kirk.
And you are sweeping that reformed, rededicated, reconstituted Republican Party back into power. But your job won't end on November 2nd. It will start on November 2nd. Because I like all these candidates. I think they're all great. But you know, I hope they drink bottled water. Because there's something in that water supply in Washington, D.C. that leads them to think taxes might not be so bad after all. And that entitlement spending should not be curbed. And that government spending can't be rolled back. And the force that will keep them honest, the force that will keep this agenda pure, the force that will bring it to fruition is you.
Yeah.